What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. Look like this. Indiana Fever Star will not be playing in tomorrow's matchup. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. We get Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham back tomorrow, but we lose somebody. Yes, bro. This is the story of our current season, bro. Players has been going down left and right. Seems like every week somebody else leaving for whatever reason, due to injury or personal reason. But I'm here to tell you, we have another situation and another player that will not be playing tomorrow, and that is DeWanna Bonner, bro. So word on the street is that DeWanna Bonner will not be playing tomorrow. Shout out to Chloe Peterson over on X. She released this information, kind of letting the world know that DeWanna Bonner will be out tomorrow, man. It's just like I said, every week is something. It says no surprise on the Fever availability report. It only includes DeWanna Bonner, who is not with the team for personal reasons. Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham are listed. So DeWanna Bonner is out, and we finna pull up what the Indiana Fever released today. So Caitlin Clark is back. Sophie Cunningham officially back with this report too, as well, that we're about to pull up. Guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be back to action, back to ball rolling with Indiana Fever, bro. Back to BTA around here, dog. Caitlin is back. The GOAT is back. Y'all know the vibes, bro. And it's big boy action. So the Indiana Fever released this about an hour ago. It said a status report for tomorrow game against New York. DeWanna Bonner will be out for personal reasons. Caitlin Clark's not listed on there, bro. Somebody said I might cry. It's really happened. Yeah, and DeWanna Bonner been balling too. She been stepping up balling, bro. Whatever the case may be. Somebody said wave already get CC and Sophie back now. That already happened, man. Hopefully all is okay. And I'm wishing all is okay too with DeWanna Bonner, man. But just like I stated, we cannot get a break, bro. But with all that being said, Caitlin Clark did speak to the media today. Y'all already know, man. We got to check out what she said, because she said a lot today, guys. She said a lot, and we finna pull it up right now. Roll the footage.
Like working yourself back into like actually getting up and down, and getting out there with my teammates. And obviously that can be a little difficult at the same time when, you know, they're prepping for other games that I know I'm not going to be available in. But I think, you know, the medical staff, I have to give them a lot of credit. I think they did a really good job, and just have tried to like control my mindset the whole time that I've been out and learn from the bench. I think it can teach you a lot of different things. And yeah, it was certainly a learning opportunity, and I think it's going to benefit me, you know, a lot throughout my career, just falling back and understanding, you know, certain moments like this. But I'm super, super excited. I'm antsy to get out there and probably shake off a little bit of rust and play.
Were you targeting this game just because it is the Liberty, it's national TV and all that?
I mean, not necessarily. I think it's, you know, obviously I wanted to be back as soon as possible, but with this type of injury, it's just kind of like a day-to-day thing to see how I feel and see how my body responds to, you know, everything that we're doing. And, you know, honestly, over the course of the 2 weeks, I responded really, really well, which was positive. It's sometimes hard to tell exactly, you know, how many layers of your quad were, you know, tore up a little bit. So you just kind of go with the flow and see how it feels. But, you know, obviously this is a really big game for us coming off of a loss and still, you know, in the standings for Commissioner Cup if we can find a way to win tomorrow.
What was the barrier for your return? Whether that was
I mean, like there was imaging done to tell that my leg is okay. Like we're not guessing, we're not going off of feeling. So I can find confidence in that we know we weren't able to find anything or see anything. And that was kind of my all clear. I knew I was feeling really good. So that wasn't a surprise by any means, that it looked that way when we had the imaging done. But yeah, I mean, I felt really good. And then honestly, just sprinting, as you know, change of direction and sprinting in the game of basketball, that's, you know, the biggest part of it. So me feeling comfortable to be able to do those type of things and those type of movements. And I've been doing that for a little bit now, and I feel really confident in that. So after we saw the imaging, I was good to go.
This is the first time you've had to like ramp back up in season after injury. I guess the first time you had injury in
Yeah.
5 years. What has that been experience been like, just ramping back up in season?
Yeah, I think it's just like having the mindset of, I don't need to make up for lost time, just being patient and getting back into the flow of things, getting back into the flow of playing with my team. We changed a little bit of what we did on offense when I was out, just certain actions that we had to be more intentional in, just because, we didn't play out of pick and roll as much because that's what I like to do. And, some of my teammates, that's not their best strength. They have other strengths. So playing to those strengths more. So just getting back into the flow of doing some of those types of things. But I think just getting out there and just continuing to build my chemistry with my teammates and playing fast, playing up tempo, I think that's going to be the best for us.
What was your treatment, rehab? What did all that like?
Yeah, I mean, anything under the sun, I basically did. A lot of needling, a lot of, when you do treatment and rehab, you're still lifting. You're almost lifting heavier than probably what I would be doing like on a day like today when preparing for a game. Just trying to strengthen my muscles, my left leg and my right leg. Literally anything I tried it, red light therapy, hyperbaric oxygen chamber, like we do it all. And the same goes even when I'm feeling healthy, like that's a big part of it, massages, everything. So just being very intentional about that. And now that I do feel good, still staying on top of that and continuing to do that so I don't have any sort of setbacks, I think is going to be really important.
Okay, so you said you learned a lot while you were sitting out.
Yeah.
Stuff that you were going to carry throughout your career. What exactly did you learn?
I think for us, as a whole group, is there's certain things in games that we have to be able to see a little bit faster and earlier in the games, depending like how they're guarding us, how they're guarding certain actions, things we're doing in coverage that maybe aren't working, and how can we manipulate that? How can we put people in certain screening actions to get exactly what we want? Because, you come into a game, you have a scouting report, you have a game plan, but it's not always going to be exactly what you think. And it's obviously easier on the side. And I was talking to quite a few of my teammates. I'm like, I know it's so hard. Like when I'm out on the bench, it's easier for me to just process the action of what's going on. When you're in the game and you have the ball in your hands, you're thinking about so many different things. You're trying to dribble, you're trying to drive, you're trying to pass, you're looking for your teammates, you're thinking about shooting. So it's hard to really, look at the game from the whole perspective of everybody on the floor. And I think that's a lot easier when you're out. So, I think it also just shows give your teammates grace. There's a lot that's going on within, the action of being up and down, and just reminding myself I have to be out there to help them as much as I can as a point guard.
What do you remember from the last time you played the Liberty?
I think we started off a little bit slow. Our defense was pretty bad in the first half. I think we really turned it around in the second half. I think our scouting report is going to be really important. I thought we were poor in that area the last time we played them. We didn't execute schemes in the way we wanted to, and obviously they pose quite a bit of a challenge with the lineups that they have, with everybody that can shoot 1 through 5, and then you got Stewie at the 4. So we'll try a lot of different things. It's just making sure everybody's on the same page and continuing to communicate. They're going to be physical, and I think just continuing to be intentional about who exactly we want in certain actions that we're running on offense, so we can get the looks that we need.
Your neighbors here are 2 wins from the rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, happy for them.
Is that right now?
Yeah, it's incredibly exciting. I'm just really happy for them. I don't think Rick gets, enough credit for what he's been able to do. Obviously, one of the best coaches of all time, has a great basketball mind, and the way they play basketball is not a lot of people still play that way in today's world. And I think young kids, if you watch basketball, you turn on and watch the Pacers. It's unselfish. They play for each other. They play fast. They play up tempo. They do things the right way, whether you're a starter or whether you're coming off the bench, you're giving everything you can to your team. And it's really fun to watch. And more than anything, they're just really great people, and they're good guys. So yeah, I've been really, really fortunate to be here during this time. So, hopefully they can finish it out in 5, cause I won't be able to come for game 6. So, I'll have to make an appearance tonight, even though we play at 3. I'll be there at least for a little bit. So hopefully they can win tonight as well.
Thank you for what's your status for tomorrow?
It's been good. I think she's working her way back, and I felt like today was better than yesterday in terms of just movement and balance and feeling like she's getting back into rhythm, timing, all of those things. And as